can go a lot lower on that mic.
Hello, hello.
What is that, Susie? That there. Just fell off, yeah. That just fell off.
It was just sitting in there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe even less. Maybe even less on that. What I lack in quality, I make up for in quantity.
Hello, sounds good.
Is this gonna fall?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's on there.
Okay.
If it does, pause and get your
Hello, everybody. My name is Susie Burke, and this is my husband, David Surratt. Can you tell us a little bit how you met John first, David? Do you want me to talk for a minute while you tune that?
Well, I think that I first met John up at the Summer Acoustic Music Week one summer. I'm pretty sure that he had come here to a music workshop that Susie and I have done a bunch over the years on Lake Winnipesaukee. And I think he was in my dadgad guitar class at that point.
Because I was too.
Because you were too. Oh, yeah.
I'd met John in your class.
Is that so?
Yes, indeed.
That's awesome.
And were you living in Fremont at that point?
I was. I had no idea he was here.
That's so cool. Well, you can see, it really is a close and beautiful world we live in. So we kept in touch after that, and John was interested in exploring the path of dadgad. People use dadgad just to describe the notes that the guitar is tuned to in this open tuning, which is what I'm doing right now. So when you play the strings by themselves, instead of just ringing out in a somewhat more random fashion, they sound like this. So sometimes people call it an open tuning, and a lot of people find that it opens a lot of doors for them. And I think for both John and myself, it opened a lot of doors at a lot of different times, together and separately. And together, it opened the door to us to have this wonderful relationship of primarily teacher and student, but it was never easily apparent who was teaching and who was studying, and that it would change. It was very fluid, and it would change quickly. And I know it was inspirational for him, and I know it was inspirational for me. And a big part of the inspiration was just the beauty and the passion that John found in everything. And I know so many of you have spoken eloquently about that. And as it pertains to music, it was just this wonderful experience of discovery and joy and excitement and laughter. And, you talk about that big laugh that would come through when he'd discover something. And that's so exciting. It was just... so for a teacher and a lover of music, that's just such a wonderful thing. So it really was a great experience getting to know John, getting to know Holly, getting to work on music together. Susie and I came out. We did a house concert here, I think, a few years ago. So we're going to do a few numbers for you now.
I will just add that David had been giving John guitar lessons for a while, and I had heard about John, I had met John, but never really got to know him very well until he started taking voice lessons with me. And I was a little intimidated because I knew John had this large presence and had influenced a lot of people, and I get nervous when I meet anybody new. But when John came in, I was a little nervous, and we did our thing, and I remember telling him, he would bring in a song and we would work on the song, whatever song he was loving, and it tended to be something beautifully poetic. And I would say, well, you could consider doing this, you could try this, and he would go, you can do that? And it was like, he had this childlike openness and just like wow, and I felt the same thing, similar to what David was saying. It was like, okay, you're showing me, you're teaching me, we're moving this together, we're exploring this together, and the way you spoke about him being present and, open to the moment, oh my gosh. The way his face lit up was really pretty magical. So we'll sing you this song that has a great chorus if you want to sing. It's a Longfellow poem that was set to music by a guy named Lotus Dickey, and it's called The Psalm of Life. I'll sing it for John. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. That's the chorus. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Lives of all great souls remind us we can make this life sublime, and in parting leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked other, seeing will take heart again. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Oh, let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul.